So I'm going to make this video with the assumption that those of you guys who are watching are collectors, and you've probably been watching a ton of videos like this about the Haslab. So you know what the ghostrider offering is, and you've seen the first tier being Mephisto, and you've seen the early bird being the powered down Robbie. As I'm recording this, it is, Tuesday, September 20th. So we're 3 days away from their cutoff for the early bird. I think we're at 4,000 to 5,000 backers right now. We might make it, but I think you've got a lot of turned off collectors right now towards this project, unfortunately. You just asked for too much money up front and you didn't show the full goods. The value didn't make sense. So I think this campaign is going to struggle. It doesn't have the draw that a character like Galactus does, or certainly not the Sentinel. It doesn't have army building capabilities, really. I mean, I guess you could get a couple cars for Punisher or whoever. It's not a core character. You know, this is a ghostrider from the last 10 years or so. Yeah, I'm sure there's a group of younger collectors who are really passionate about the character and are all in. And I understand if it's a passion project for you, you'll spend whatever it costs. You know, price isn't going to be the issue for you. But I don't think there's enough people in the Marvel Legends collecting community where price doesn't matter at this point. I mean, price matters. Economic conditions have changed. Everybody's stretched thin. Prices have been going up. Packaging has changed. There's been quality control issues. I mean, now is not the time, guys. Hasbro, now is not the time to be price gouging us, okay? And that's what it feels like with this Haslab. So here's some thoughts on that. I'm just going off the cuff here. Just wanted to make a few points. And I do hope the Haslabs can be improved in the future. I mean, really, I think you just got to set that initial asking price with a lower profit margin so that it makes sense to us when we see your asking price for what you put on the table. It makes sense. It's not an immediate turnoff. This one was an immediate turnoff. The Rancor was an immediate turnoff. The Hiss Tank, honestly, was an immediate turnoff for a lot of people, despite it being a Hiss Tank, which was awesome. I don't know. It just seems like you guys are price gouging with these Haslab projects. And then, you know, the way you're rolling out these campaigns, it's confusing. Every campaign is different, one to the next. You know, it's hard for us to know what to expect, you know, with what tiers being released when, and are there tiers? What kind of tiers are they going to be? Are the costs of all the tiers built into the initial price? Is that why the price is so high? Or no, well, you're getting more quantity orders, so therefore that's going to cover the cost of the tiers. You know, which is it? What is it? How are these things rolled out? You know, the last Haslab with the lightsaber had no tiers at all. You just had a $500 asking price, which was crazy, and that was too expensive for a product that not a lot of people wanted. Bottom line here is, Hasbro, you're stretching your fan base thin. You've asked a lot of us, and you've raised the general anxiety of collecting just over the last few months with the whole, you know, the windowless packaging and the quality control issues and the digital renders not matching what's in the box and the prices going up. It's just not a positive atmosphere right now in this line. And I'd say similar with Black Series, with Star Wars Black Series. A lot of us have kind of lost our enthusiasm for collecting these figures. So I think, Hasbro, you need to be a lot more careful with how you're approaching the market right now. And it seems like you're taking advantage of the fans and the collectors, and you're taking us for granted that, you know, we'll just buy anything that you put out. And that's not the case anymore. It might have been that way 2 years ago, you know, before the pandemic and right at the beginning of the pandemic when people had extra cash and stuff. But that's not the way it is right now. You're squeezing too hard, and you got to stop. These projects are not going to keep funding like this. So lower your profit margins, show us the value for what we're getting, help us understand how this campaign is going to roll out, set the expectations up front, and have some consistency with these Haslab campaigns, and show us some goodwill by giving us good quality at a reasonable price. You know, add some value to the figures you're putting out, add the extra hands, the extra accessories, show us the details of the new sculpt, add some more paint deco in there, give us some more value on what we're getting. I think that's the way to offset the negativity that we've been, you know, a lot of us are feeling right now. If you can give us better quality and a better value for what we're buying, that would go a long way right now. Otherwise, I think a lot of us are stepping back and being more careful with where we spend our money. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you guys could make with Haslab, but there's not going to be anybody around to buy your Haslabs if you keep doing it this way. All right. I think I've said my piece. I'll leave it at that. leave me a comment below, and see you on the next one. Bye.